Hello, this is the weekly debriefing. This week we're going to talk about how to create hype videos, which is a project that you're going to do in the course, and you're going to actually create those hype videos via a program called Adobe Spark. So a hype video isn't a technical term, it's just basically a term that I came up with, and it's designed to get a student excited about reading a book. You could think of it also like a movie trailer. That when you're interested in watching a movie or going to the movies and seeing something, you watch a movie trailer and it kind of gets you excited about the book or the movie, tells you a little bit about it but doesn't tell you the full story. So when you create your hype video, you're not going to summarize the book because you don't want to, who wants to know what's going to happen in a movie before they watch it. Instead, you're going to be using techniques to get the students excited about reading that book, help them make connections. Why would I want to read this book? How could this book be similar to something I've experienced in my life? Kind of getting them interested in it so that they would want to. Also, if the book has any type of background to it, so historical context, that kind of thing, that might be also something to bring into the hype video, so they kind of know what's going to be going on. So you would definitely maybe use your character elements here, introducing the characters, introducing the setting, introducing a little bit of the plot or the problem that's going on, to get the student kind of excited about watching or reading the book. So the process for creating your hype video is going to be very similar when creating that it was for using your read video process. The first step is you're going to pick two books. These need to be different than your read video books. One book needs to be appropriate for pre-K to second grade, so younger grades, and then one needs to be more appropriate for upper grades, so third through fifth grade. It doesn't have to be a chapter book, but you're welcome to choose one. So you're going to pick two books for your hype video. You then want to make sure that those books are available at the Barnesville-Lamar County Library, like we talked about before, because this is part of our partnership that we're doing. Then you want to sign up for those books on our Google Doc, which is in Google Classroom. Remember, it's first come, first serve, so you want to check everybody else's. If somebody else has done it, that book for their hype video or for their read poster, you cannot do it. They have to be brand new books. You also, when you're looking at books to do, you want to make sure that they have a good plot to them. So, again, characters, a setting, a story problem that gets resolved somehow. Don't do these one-sided, like ABC books or something like that. There's really not a plot because there's nothing really to get the student excited about. So make sure that it actually has a good plot. Then you're going to create your hype video using Adobe Spark. You'll notice that it is now known as Adobe Cloud Express, but it's the same program. So as you create your video, you'll add in images, age-appropriate text, music, and voiceover. And there's a video in Google Classroom that is going to show you exactly how to use and how to create Adobe Spark. So remember, you're making two videos, one for your pre-K through second grade book, and then one for your third through fifth grade book. So after you've created your videos for your Adobe Spark, you're going to turn the link to your hype video from Adobe Spark into a QR code like we did with our read poster. And then you're just going to Google image and find the image of the cover of your book. Then you're going to take that Google image, put it on a Google slide, put the QR code on top of it, and submit that into Google Classroom. So that's going to be what you're going to be submitting into Google Classroom for the actual video itself. Will be an image of the image of the cover of the book with the QR code. I scan the QR code, it takes you into Adobe Spark to watch your video. In addition to that, you want to complete the lesson plan template for each book. Again, one for pre-K through second, one third through fifth, and submit that to Google Classroom as well. So you'll actually be submitting four things. You'll be submitting your lesson plan for your first book, pre-K through second, your lesson plan for your second book, third through fifth. You'll be submitting the cover of the book with the QR code link, hype video link to it for pre-K through second, and then the cover of your book with the video linked to your third through fifth. So if you go into the Google Classroom and you look at the hype video in Adobe Spark module, you'll see different links here. You'll see a description of the assignment as well that we talked about. But down below, you're going to see the information. So again, the first step is you want to pick your books. So you want to use this link to go to the Lamar County Library. Make sure that you leave it filtered here by Barnesville-Lamar County to make sure that the book is there. And then you can just search, the book that you're looking for, and notice that it is available at the Lamar County Library. Now, even if it just said 0 out of 1 copies available, that just means it's currently checked out. You can still use this book. It just means it's currently checked out, but it just needs to be at least available at the actual library. So after you've picked out your books, you want to sign up for them. Now, if you need this book to actually read it, to create your hype video, you're welcome to go to the Lamar County Library and get a library card. Or, of course, you can buy the book or, check it out from your own local library. It doesn't matter. You may even have it at your house. So, but you want to make sure that it is available at the Barnesville-Lamar County Library first. And then after that, you want to come and sign up for it. So you want to click on this link, and you want to list your first and last name, and you will list this for your read books as well as your hype video books. So for this one, you'll be listing the name and the author for your pre-K 2nd grade book and your 3rd through 5th grade book. And again, you want to check here before you actually go and pick any books, because you want to make sure that nobody else has picked those books, either as a read or a hype video. Alright, so we've picked out our books. Now we're going to make our Adobe Spark video. So we want to watch this video here. It will show you how to create Adobe Spark videos and how to make your video. It's actually relatively easy. It's kind of a drag and drop type thing. So you want to create that, and then once you do that, you'll be given a link, and then you want to turn that link into a QR code. This video will show you how to do it, and then you just want to put the cover of your book. You just want to Google image the cover of your book, and then put the QR code on top of it, and that's what you'll submit into Google Classroom. So here's an example of one that I created using Adobe Spark. I did The Paper Bag Princess, which is one of my favorite books. And so if you just want to watch it and see how it was created, I have some different words in it. I have images, I have text, I have background music and voiceover on it. So very simple. So you would get the link to this, turn it into a QR code, and then put that on the cover of your book. And that's what you would submit into Google Classroom. Now, after you submit that, you of course want to create your lesson plan for each. And so here's the lesson plan template for that. It's the same lesson plan template that we used for the read posters. So you just want to make sure to include the name of the book, the author, the grade level, and then you're going to be coming up with questions. So 3 questions the teacher or a parent could ask before reading the book, during reading the book, or after reading the book. As well as activities that they could do. So activity 1, 2, and 3, make sure that they are grade appropriate, roughly speaking, so for younger grades or for older grades. And make sure that the activity here, you list all the resources for the activity. So, if they're going to need a website, if they're going to need something from Teachers Pay Teachers, it needs to be free, of course. You need to list all of those resources out that they'll need to do the activity. And then you want to at least list at least 5 associated books of similar reading level and topic. Maybe from the same author, maybe with a different similar theme, but from a different author, maybe nonfiction versus fiction, something like that. So you would do one of these for each of the books that you picked, and then you would submit that into Google Classroom as well. So that's how you're going to do your hype video. Again, you have your hype video sign up sheet here, the Adobe Spark video of how to actually make your Adobe Spark video, where you can check to see if it's available in the Barnesville-Lamar County Library, my example, the login to actually get to Adobe Spark. This is the login page, the template for your lesson plan, and then again, here is your grading sheet. And again, this just kind of goes over what we talked about. You're making 2 videos. You're creating a QR code and link it to the cover of the book. You're going to be graded on whether or not you have a hype video made using Adobe Spark, whether or not it is for a K-5 book of substance, whether it creates excitement and promotes the reading of the book. It is appropriate link to a QR code, and then you have your lesson plans linked in. And then this again describes what you're going to submit, which are 4 things. You're going to submit your 2 actual images of the cover of your book with a QR code linked to it, and then your 2 lesson plans. All right, and that is what you're going to do for your hype video project.